Hey everyone, we are back with another episode, and today we have an important topic lined up for you. But before we dive in, let's chat for a moment. Ava, have you ever had to book a doctor's appointment in English?
Yes, and honestly, the first time was a bit tricky. There are different ways to schedule an appointment depending on whether it's urgent or just a regular checkup. What about you?
Same here. I remember the first time I had to call a clinic, and I wasn't sure whether to say, I need an appointment, or I'd like to schedule a visit. But over time, I got the hang of it.
Right. And in different countries, the process might vary. Some places let you book online, while in others, you need to call. Also, the receptionist might ask a few questions to determine the urgency of your visit.
Exactly. That's why today's episode is super useful. By the end, you'll know exactly what to say when making an appointment with a doctor.
We'll share vocabulary and tips that will help you sound more natural and confident. So, let's begin. Moving to the audio.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Green Valley Clinic. How may I assist you?
Hi, I'd like to schedule an appointment with a doctor.
Certainly. May I have your full name, please?
Sure, it's David Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Have you visited our clinic before?
No, this is my first time.
All right. What seems to be the issue?
I've been feeling unwell for a few days, mostly a sore throat and a mild fever.
I see. Would you prefer a morning or afternoon appointment?
Morning would be great.
We have an available slot at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. Does that work for you? Great. You're all set. Please arrive 10 minutes early for paperwork. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Thank you.
You're welcome. See you tomorrow.
That was a very useful conversation. Let's break it down.
Yes, the receptionist started with a polite greeting. Good morning. How may I assist you? This is a common way to begin a professional phone call.
Then the patient said, I'd like to schedule an appointment. This phrase is polite and direct. You could also say, I need to see a doctor if it's urgent.
Right. The receptionist then asked for the patient's name. This is standard for making any kind of appointment.
After that, the receptionist asked, Have you visited our clinic before? This helps them find the patient's records. If you're a returning patient, they may already have your details.
The receptionist also asked about symptoms. This helps the clinic schedule the right type of appointment. A minor issue may not need an urgent visit, while something more serious might require immediate attention.
And finally, they set the appointment time. The patient had a choice between morning and afternoon. It's always good to ask if a certain time is available.
So, now you know how to schedule a doctor's appointment in English.
Now, let's go over today's key vocabulary.
Yes, here are some important words and phrases.
Appointment, a scheduled meeting with a doctor. Example, I have a doctor's appointment at 10 a.m. Receptionist, the person who helps book appointments and provides information at a clinic. Example, the receptionist asked for my details. Symptoms, signs that indicate illness. Example, my symptoms include a cough and fever.
Checkup, a general medical examination. Example, I have a routine checkup next week. Urgent care, a clinic for immediate but non-life-threatening issues. Example, I went to urgent care for a minor injury. Learning these words will help you feel more confident when talking about doctor visits.
Now, before we wrap up, here are some quick tips and fun facts about visiting the doctor.
Tip number 1. Always confirm your appointment time and location. Some clinics have multiple branches.
Tip number 2. Be prepared to describe your symptoms clearly. Doctors need details to help you properly.
Tip number 3. If you're not feeling well but don't need emergency care, many clinics offer telemedicine, where you can speak to a doctor online.
Fun fact, in some countries like the UK, doctor visits are often free under public health care, while in others like the US, insurance is needed.
And in Japan, patients take off their shoes in some clinics before seeing the doctor.
Small cultural differences can make a big impact. Knowing these will help you be more prepared.
That was a great session. Now you know exactly how to make a doctor's appointment in English.
Yes. You've learned key phrases, vocabulary, and even some interesting facts.
If you found this episode helpful, be sure to practice these phrases in real life.
And keep listening to improve your confidence in English conversations.
See you next time.
Take care, everyone.